Hello, this is Anthony Mack.
And Susan Mack. So here we are in Anaheim at our Anaheim house. There's Debbie trying to roller skate. We had these horrible clip-on skates back then, and they were difficult. They were very difficult to skate in. So here she's still trying to learn. That's me at the end of that little conga line following the bicycle there. And that's our house. Garage in front, of course. And poor Debbie has kind of a tough time here. So then it looks like she crossed the street, and Dad's following her with the camera, but she's still having a very bad time here.
I love the safety equipment of the day.
Oh yes, no knee pads, no
No,
nothing, no.
elbow pads.
We had real childhoods back then.
She's pretty good on the grass, though.
Yeah, grass is pretty good.
She
It's
just
steady.
ran off.
And this is Deanna's baptism. That's Madame Olette, as we called her. There's Mom. There's Nana, Mom, and I think that's Uncle Don there. Probably Charles as well. And
That's Papa. Right?
Yeah, I don't think that was Charles, actually.
Didn't she teach you a song?
Yes, she did. She taught us Frere Jacques. Debbie probably remembers that too. This is St. Columban, where we went to grade school at first, just Debbie and I. I don't think Rich ever went there.
This is the asphalt that did in your knees?
That's the asphalt playground. That's where we played, and my knees were constantly scabbed. And then there's the actual classrooms there.
Two cars are touching each other.
Yeah, church swinging up on the right. Here's Madame Olette and Dick Olette. Nana behind. And I think she's going to show us Deanna here in a minute. No. Oh, here we are back at the Anaheim house again. Papa. I think that might have been Michael there rather than Richie. Debbie, Mom, Madame Olette.
Did you ever play on that stone structure there?
No, I didn't even really remember that. I was very surprised when I drove by it some years back and saw it there. The address of this place was 1902 Gale Lane in Anaheim.
That's your mom, right?
That's Mom, and that's Deanna. This is a park that we went to more than once. I remember this turtle, and it seems to me we played on it a few times. That's Rich there. Richie, as he was known back then. Some little girl who I don't know. That's me approaching on the left.
I like this. I like that shrug. It's a great shrug.
I don't know what that shrug was about. I have no idea. So me and my little buddy Rich, who instantly hops off. Maybe he thinks being up there with me is not such a great idea.
I wonder why. Oh wait, that hasn't happened yet.
No, I haven't seen that on video yet. So anyway, here we are in the neighbor's pool, and I cannot remember these people's name. They were across the street and down a few houses from us there in Anaheim. I know Mom and Dad will remember the name. That one is me. There's Debbie. I can always tell Debbie by her brown hair. The rest of us were all versions of blonde. Debbie was solid brown. And we had to wear these dreadful bathing caps back then. Have you ever tried to swim wearing a life jacket? I mean, really?
And a bathing cap.
And a bathing cap.
I think she just handed you an anvil.
Yeah. Back then, we were all forced to wear, if you had long hair, you were forced to wear a bathing cap, and when you were in a pool, because they said your hair would get in the filter and mess it up. And I hated it. We all hated it. We'd always ask, do we have to wear a cap? And that's the owner of the pool and his little girl. I don't know their names. I think she's going to do an amazing jump here. Wah! That looks like Debbie there. Sometimes it's a little hard to see, a little dark. We go around and around this pool, clinging to the edge like she's doing there. And it's flagstone, and our fingers would end up just completely raw from hanging on to the side there. I think that's the lady of the house, and she, in some of these films, she tries to give us swimming lessons. There's Rich. Deanna was too little yet to be in the water. And yeah, he would go back and forth on the step. I remember that. Back and forth, back and forth. actually doing a little dog paddle there with no life jacket. Yay. I think this might have been a Father's Day gathering. There's me helping Rich to wave because he can't do it by himself, obviously. And here's me and Debbie running around.
Doing something, right?
Doing something, yeah.
Your dad would say, do something every time you turn on the camera.
Yep. Okay, so we're going to do somersaults.
Is this the famous race?
Yeah, I think this was meant to be a somersault race.
You're pretty good, but
Debbie kind of wanders off the track.
Off stage left there. She's getting pretty dizzy now.
Not too good.
But at least she's doing it.
Yes, she can do somersaults, clearly.
Yes.
And here's Rich doing his version of a somersault, Richie.
Doing it all
So
wrong.
we're going to help him.
Yes. So this is how you do it.
Here's how you do it, Richie.
No, stop that. Mommy, I don't want to do somersaults.
Oh, God.
Go on, you do it like this.
I think we'll play on the swing set instead. So that was our sand pile in the back there. I kind of hesitate to call it a sandbox, but it was actually way superior to most sandboxes because the sand was, you could get it to clump together, and we used to make tunnels and hills and roads, and we'd make the hill first before the tunnel. And we just had a blast.
Yeah, it kind of stuck together.
We had a lot of fun back there.
Did you make like a fully functioning transmission out of that stuff?
No.
No. All right.
No.
You were saying the swing set would come off.
Oh yeah, we would swing really high, and the legs would come up on the swing set, and you get this ka-thunk thing. So here we have Richie mowing the lawn.
With a little help from
Dad. That's Dad. And there's a spot up here. Yeah, there. So those two white spots where the grass is all worn away, I think our swing set must have been there before this, because those are the kind of grooves you get in the grass when from the kids dragging their feet when they're on the swings.
Yeah, it's the same distance apart.
Yeah. We had this kind of rock river sort of thing over there on the left, wrapping around to the back of the house, and we used to play with those rocks a lot. Probably got a ton of them in the lawn, for all I know. This Mom. They were preparing Rich for his future chores, but actually when we moved to Alabama, I was the one who mowed the lawn there. I guess maybe he was still a bit too young, but I like to complain about it anyway. We had a big lawn in Alabama. And here we have Richie again, and me and Debbie. And I think somebody's going to tell us, do something. There we go. Yep.
There went the command. You're very obedient.
Not knowing what to do, we would run around in circles. Pound the little brother on the head a bit. He wasn't too good at running around in big circles, so he would just make little circles by himself there. Yeah, here we go.
This is bring around the rosy, right?
Yes.
Yes. At some point, everybody falls. There they go.
So now he's like, oh, I got to fall. Okay, here we go. Oh, I lost that. And here's Deanna walking.
Is this the first time she walked?
That's kind of what it said on the video, but I mean, kids usually take, or I should say on the tape box, the film box, but kids don't usually walk this steadily, so it must have been early on, but not her very first time. And I think she looks like Reagan right here when she looks up at the camera.
Yeah.
You see, Rich is clearly a bit older here than he was a few minutes ago.
Having a bit of a wardrobe problem.
Yes, a lot of wardrobe
malfunction going on. They solved the wardrobe malfunction.
Yeah, I guess Rich, this is like maybe a year later at most.
Yes, it's playing very nicely.
Less than that, really. Yeah, here we have fun in the wading pool. More fun for some than for others.
Right. So this is in your backyard, right?
Yeah, this is again in the backyard in Anaheim. I was remembering that those rocks over there on the left, prior to there being rocks there, there was just kind of dirt, and we used to make fantastic mud pies over there. At least we liked them a lot. Probably Mom was less enthused, but then again, she's probably the one who taught us to do it, so I can't, she can't complain too much. Deanna's going to try and sit down. No, that's not going to work.
Dump the water.
Yeah, we used to also play Wagon Train out there. Wagon Train was a big show on TV then. And I think Mom taught us that play too. Oops. Oh, poor baby.
She didn't leave.
So we took some wagons together and pull them around and pretend that we were covered wagons. Mom! Mom! Oh. And we'd get Mom's pots and, oh, God.
So what's
this looks bad. Ooh. Slip. Not able to get off the ground yet at that age, obviously. Yeah, so we'd pretend that we were in a covered wagon train and take pots and things and put dirt and grass and whatever we could get and stir and water and stir it around, and that was our cooking. Mom used to play that in her own backyard when she was a child, not necessarily the wagon train version, but I remember she taught us this whole thing. Whoa. There she goes. She's okay. Aww. So this is either Big Bear or Green Valley. I'm thinking maybe it's Big Bear, just because there seem to be a couple buildings close together, but I'm not sure. We used to go to Green Valley with the Bruntons. They belonged to a group of teachers who owned this cabin there, and it was just so fantastic. All I remember was the 2 cabins, but there were probably others around, but I just remember 2 that were near each other, and we had the most wonderful time there. This might have been just a day trip up to the mountains or something. I don't know. Dad might know. So Mom having a snowball fight with us. And then the fascination of running water. Must be in the same area, it's just kind of a drainage ditch, I think.
Melting snow maybe?
But looks like we had a lot of fun walking back and forth across here and throwing rocks into it and splashing each other. That's Debbie, I think. Can't quite tell. And then Rich there in the red jacket. Yeah, that was Debbie before, because here she comes again. And I don't know who the little blonde boy is. Apparently thought he was with us, or at least he was playing with us. So back and forth.
Yes,
oh.
you can do it.
Back and forth over this river of water with the huge gap in the middle. And I guess that one's me in the red hat.
So the white boots are rubber?
I think those were probably just rain boots, yeah. I don't remember ever owning any proper snow boots. And I don't know who these 2 people are. Mom and Dad would know. And then I guess this was a form of fishing that was going on. So probably Green Valley Lake or Big Bear Lake.
Fishing with a 2x4? Is that what it's called?
Fishing with a 2x4. Yeah. Yeah, not too. Oh, there's an interesting car going by in the background there.
I love the fins.
Yeah. So it looks like these people were definitely with our group, but I don't know who they were. And here we have some water.
Looks like snow in the background.
Yeah, it looks like there's some snow along the ground back there. A boat out on the water.
Yeah, back in the days when people rode.
Mm-hmm. Almost reminds me a little bit of except there's no boulders, but it looks kind of like the Boulder Bay part of Big Bear.
You're saying this was like your first time outdoors and all that, right?
Green Valley was, yes.
This is still Green Valley?
I still don't know if this is Green Valley or Big Bear. But yeah, Green Valley was living in the outdoors. Well, I mean, out in the country, out in the forest. Here we have some fisher people. And now we're at Solvang. This is something I remember fondly was this trip to Solvang. Solvang was a much smaller place then than it is now, as becomes apparent when you see the extent of this shopping area.
Keep wanting to say, whoever did this did the period stuff perfectly.
they did the cars really well. Yeah, there wasn't as much shopping.
That's it.
And the big windmill was turning in those days.
I've never seen it turn.
Well, this was about the year that you were actually
Born. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. And what was inside a little shop?
Just a little gift shop, I think. That's our, I think we're near our room in the motel there. Just outside. No idea.
Who's the older guy?
I think that's probably, I don't know who that is. Maybe again we were with some additional people or something. What does that say? King Frederick or something like that? There's our old Pontiac.
Oh wow. Red station wagon.
Red station wagon, and that was an interesting car. Yeah, it had this flap that would fall constantly while Dad was driving on. Here we are at the beach.
Where's the flap?
The visor on the Pontiac would slowly come down, and then it would. That's me.
Yeah. Look at those teeth.
Yeah, big teeth. It would slowly come down, and then it would kind of slant, and it would just drop right into Dad's field of view.
He'd just knock it
and
up.
He'd knock it up and go, God damn it. And it would happen like over and over on our car trips. There's little Richie.
Doing his little happy feet.
Little happy dance there.
Either that or it's the potty dance.
There's Debbie doing her, not skipping, I guess it's skipping and kind of, it looks kind of cultish actually. I'm not sure what it was meant to be, but I don't know what beach this was. This was while we were still living in Anaheim, so maybe it was up in LA, maybe it was Playa del Rey. I think after we came back to California and were living in Mission Viejo, we always went to the San Clemente. But we did love the beach. Looks like Debbie's wearing one of the little sun outfits that we used to wear back then, rather than an actual swimming suit.
Cameraman just got whacked.
Yeah. Rich is headed for our little
fort
up there.
Yeah, it's perfectly placed.
There I am on the right. Don't know who that is on the left.
There you go.
Yeah, it was. You had to get these forts in just the right place, and of course the tide was changing on you all the time. But the goal was to have it be threatened by the tide,
right, and survive the impact.
And then you would, fiercely rebuild it before the next wave came in and
it's always a losing battle.
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely a losing battle, but that was the fun. We used to have these big family picnics back then, and these looks like so we've got Nana, and I think
you're taking the picture.
Oh yeah, I was taking a picture there, and I think that's Aunt Martha there, and standing behind her, I'm not sure. Doesn't quite look like Mom. So anyway, Dad can probably identify these people better. There's Papa. Somebody in the dark. Nana's there.
Nana in shadows.
And that looks like Aunt Martha's outline there. Is that Mom? I can't tell. And the lady in the headscarf there is, I think that's Tanta Eugenie, Pop-Pop's aunt. There was Tanta Eugenie and Tanta Marie, but I think Tanta Marie by this time was just bedridden pretty much with arthritis.
So she was Papa's aunt?
I believe she was Pop-Pop's aunt, yeah. I don't know if that might be Charles over there in the sweater. I think he was blonder than that, though, so I don't think that's him.
Definitely Nana, right?
Yeah. This looks like it must have been Easter from the dresses that Debbie and I are wearing. And there must be something in that bush over there.
Yeah, looking for Easter eggs.
Or maybe it was, yeah, no, that doesn't look like an Easter egg hunt. I think we were just looking for something. Hi, Debbie. Deanna toddling around. Well, not quite toddling, walking pretty well there. Here comes Mom. Mom always looked nice. And Debbie dancing across the screen there. And Here we are at Nana and Pop-Pop's house. Same day, I believe, judging from the clothes. The backyard. That backyard, boy, right up until that house was sold after Nana died, a couple years after Nana died, that backyard looked pretty much like that. I mean, the plants changed a little. Oh, a tricycle. They had a few toys around for us, which was fun. Here's Pop-Pop.
Hi, Papa.
Debbie. Rich running around in the background.
Like that palm tree went, right?
Yeah,
because
the palm
that was
tree.
gone when I saw
Palm
the
tree in
house.
the middle went. That's Nana's hydrangea bush at the back there. Hydrangea on the right, and on the left was her fuchsia. Whoop, little acrobatics in the air there for Debbie. Oh. And Deanna.
Footage of Nana because she doesn't know the camera's rolling.
Yeah, Nana would always duck the camera when she saw it coming.
Here's Ring Around the Rosie.
Here's another round of Ring Around the Rosie. Something to do for the camera.
Down.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that gigantic Mexican palm got removed eventually, and it seemed really strange to me ever after to see that backyard without it. Although I had, until I watched these films recently, I had forgotten it was actually a palm tree. So Nana's now ducking down behind Rich. Oops. And I'm pretty sure this is the same day still, judging from the clothes. Looks like Debbie and I changed out of our dresses, our skirts. Funny thing was I had remembered that I had blue and Debbie had red, but it was the other way around. And then here's the neighbor's house again. Rich back there in the background. Tiana with Dad. Yeah, Dad was a very good-looking man. Yep, there's Richie. I remember what it felt like to lie out on that flagstone / concrete stuff. That was the owner of the pool and his child. Oh, a little bit of a jump into the water there. Swoosh. Found him.
So this was very near your last days in Anaheim, right?
Yeah, this was closing in on the move to Alabama. Came up pretty quick after this.
And when did you move to Alabama?
In the summer of '64.
So how old is everybody here?
Oh gosh, Deanna would be 2-ish, I think. Was she born in 60? Deanna was born in 62, so she would have been 2. And I don't remember that lady's name, but I love the curlers and sunglasses shot. That was great. So here we have, in a second, we have Mom. I think Mom's
trying
to track with the jumping up and down here.
Yeah, the end of Anaheim.
Off to Alabama.